Whoa! Check it out, y'all. Hey! Oh yeah! Frusieba, me yeah why? Frusieba, me yeah why? When you say yaka, and so did you put on you? Oh yeah, the man put in ya gofra. No abra. And the ben yeah, let me say very good morning to you, Coco, no better. Makola Funyina, I'm to say. Mommy say good morning to Tata and Mabna. Okay, Anope and Comodiano Akojina Sal. Sandro Kofi Akpafu Lekpe and Lolobi. Now, Mr. Joseph Ade, co-chairman for the Joint Steering Committee. One more test or mobile chassis memo district. Mr. Joseph Ade, me.
Good morning. I think if we can go on English, I'm more conversant with English.
That's okay. That's okay. Let me first ask, how far have you gone? The Joint Steering Committee, how far have you gone with the creation of a new district for Sal?
I think good morning to your cherished listeners. And I think to start with, I think let's get back to the genesis of this problem, and I think your listeners would get the message better.
Okay.
You remember the creation of new regions.
That's right.
The president has to rely on Article 5.2, which specifically says that there should be a petition or a request before you can be put into a new region, right? So what happened was that Lolobi and Akpafu never petitioned to be part of the OT region because of historical backgrounds. And we can speak on authority that on 29th of January, the paramount chief of Lolobi traditional area, Nana Akoto Masachi III, sent a delegation to Justice Brovel's committee at the Osu Castle. We made a presentation to them, and they acknowledged it with their official stamp. Our paramountcy says, no, they are not interested in the seat, so we should not even be considered.
Okay. And
that didn't stop there. During the stakeholders meeting at home at the Regional House of Chiefs, Lolobi and Akpafu leaders made it clear, that was on the 15th of January, made it clear to the Brobe Committee that they are not prepared to be part, or they should not be considered as part of OT. That didn't stop. The two paramouncies wrote a joint letter to the presidency and Justice Brobe Committee on the 16th of March 2018. Expressing the same sentiments. So what happened was that somewhere in July, we only realized that our names were, the two traditional areas were asked to go and partake in a referendum. So again, we went to see the EC chair together with all the 6 or 7 commissioners. And we told them our version. And they told us that their hands are tied. So we should see the president or Honorable Boakye because they are responsible for this. We met Honorable Boakye and expressed the same sentiment. And he said, oh, it is too late now. There is nothing he can do. I said, no. Once he's not online to defend his position, I can only end it there. So if you look at the reason why we have been disenfranchised is that, any commission of inquiries findings become a high court judgment after 6 months after its publication. You understand? And as we speak, the parliament or no court in Ghana has the judgment. because, during the commission of inquiry, you have the right, if any adverse findings have been found against you, you have the right to defend your position. So on the 9th of September 2019, the two paramounts sent a petition or appeal against the findings of being included in OT. And to date, that is 2019 to 2021, the court has not heard our case. We wrote to the Chief Justice complaining about judicial frustrations. Nothing came out of it. So let me come to the substantial issue.
Mm-hmm.
So, what happened was that on the 20th of November 2020, Parliament, the 7th Parliament, strangely decided that they are coming to create a new Guan district, which by law would eventually generate into a constitutional crisis, as we are now seeing. Because here we are, there are 4 traditional areas. Lolobie and Akpafu never petitioned to be part of OT. Then Central Kofi and Likpe petitioned to be part of OT. But remember, Article 47(2) of the Constitution says that no constituency shall be found in 2 regions. You understand?
That's true.
I believe that if we get to the nitty-gritty of this, it is a very simple issue. You don't go and create something that will create constitutional crisis. So you remember on the 6th of December, 12 hours for the general election, EC had to come up with a very strange announcement. You understand? And if you look at that announcement, EC had no mandate to decide who should vote or not to vote. Their core mandate is to prepare for elections, supervise elections, and declare results. But the Constitution didn't even empower them to disenfranchise anybody. You understand? Once you are 18 years and above. So all that we are saying is that, it is not about the creation of a Guan district. Because even if they create that Guan district, it is still going to create a constitutional crisis because the law allows anybody to appeal against any finding. So why do you try to block whatever it is? I don't know.
Dr. Joseph Ade, if I understand you well, Central Kofi and Lolobie applied not to be part of OT.
No, Akpafu and Lolobie.
Akpafu and Lolobie said they did not want to be part of OT.
Yes, and we have evidence to prove.
But Central Kofi and Likpe says they want to be part. And they are all confined within an area.
Yes. So originally, we were all part of the Hokwe constituency and municipality. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. So you see, what happened was that strangely, they just decided to pick these 4 traditional areas and move them out of Hokwe and force them to go elsewhere. You see, that is the problem. You see,
so now, at the end of the day, what is important is development will come to these areas. And now there's no DCE. Isn't it a problem? Or even if there's a DCE, it will still create the constitutional crisis you're talking about.
Exactly. Article 47(2) will now be breached because that means you see, like I started, 5(2) says that you must petition before you be moved. So you cannot just come and say, oh, Lolobie and Akpafu, go and join OT. No, that is not what the Constitution says.
Okay.
So we are just indulging the government to respect the Constitution of the land. It is a very simple thing. If Central Kofi and Likpe wanted to be part of OT, yes, they can be joined to the adjoining district. It doesn't make any difference. And then Lolobie and Akpafu can be added to the adjoining district. That solves the problem. But trying to create you see what has happened now? They have tried to create
now there's a Guan constituency.
But whether it is what you call lawful or not, you see, because I have told you that Article 5(2) of the Constitution will now be breached. And that is the reason why. Come again?
Dr. Joseph Adair, let me leave you here. Thanks so much for your explanation. We appreciate your time. He's the co-chairman for the Joint Steering Committee who's been pushing that Akpafo Lolobi, Central Kofi, and Lepe are the very people who they are in contention at the moment. Magra, Bonitofa Mame.
Dr. Joseph
Adair.
Adair, Ebeche Mukakrana. Me Bonitofa. Abano Abamanie. And Rasa Uti on Abu Danko Kubucha Obama, yes, Guan constituency. And Chakura say some few days from and there. Be a weeks away in Mampinibako, na official Omako Piano, na Oma Cratch for alcohol, na almost so I nice the woman to see a cohona, a quacoboa. Janon Comona, Yene Dr. Joseph Adair so bon or no so chum so. South Constitution Article 47 to Hono. Mention be anywhere, also comment terminum. 70 minutes, mention it to say, Guan district, maybe I will vote as I would see. And a honor about Tiam Rasunti, na no party, and say, Osha baby to say Akpafu, any Lolobia, Omode, a quackoda, and penny for some person, or Mobacotio, Ombezo Macotio, and Central Cofini Lepedia, Ombezo Macotio. But Akpafuni Lolobi, ever some coca voter region. And tea, and no ya somewhere at all. Now said the Aboka Cosiano, I could down call to a seminar. A 1 year, the best one article in the Amunia.
Okay, dear Nona, fix the country for say they are going to ban ties over no DC in Sal. Oliver, convene and on a Casa Assembly. Oliver
Vemao.
Oliver Vemao.
I don't know here fix the country.
Convener.
You see, sometimes only Papa Casa say Dr. Joseph Adair. Obi a discerning person be in him say Emrasemu. You cry to me. I quite constitutional matter. Cause my home Article 47(2). Why stated clearly say
Article 5(2). Any home to the
stated clearly say Untimina district or who belong to 2 regions and no any other issues. But I know what you know about Dambucha or 6 weeks ahead. Omone Amranim for no back cabomna, the also Moko Omaye. And tis or no Onim constitution. Make I so obey any demonstration fix the country Ghana for say a constitutional right. It is a constitutional right. Nasa constitution one some penny for the constitution no yansi say the problem is ya omunya sa populism ne sa hwehwe ni mo ne me koyaji dim no enyo na no nam sek has ye fix ya kwan ne ade omo fix the country na kwan ka ho nti azumi say ade a ye de mra na eka no ugo demonstration na akoshishika akoba na asphalt no a omo wo Central Kofi Akpafu Lolobi ni lepe omo kure pe bia ka ho no kakra abade am omo no na ukoshika akoba o se ne kotutu a the next day no asa akotwa kotu social media say aba me fix kwanana. I mean, sometimes they want to be a while. As a fix the country for his own home, maybe on for Masamufa.
Now fix the country, Lolobi.
There be answer who may be on Fanasa because my this is constitutional matter.
Lolobini, Central Kofi. No, so
may I go come to any woman, constitutional matter. I said, you can tell me or say I'm not a lawyer. And Jimmy Copem wants some constitutional matter. It is some renewed for no attorney general, near by no ya. What is the and I say, the country will be a moment to be a they should help the country to start fixing it. One sister ball and even also we are fixing in Diamwa. The master of more area on soft on Central Kofi
Sal
Akpafu
Sal
Lolobi and
Mudini Dedo.
And there man so for crack answer Bamba my Omanya go Talia. Omobia and fan and fix the country some Mississippi Coba or Bo Mason or Sewa Masfat. I
don't understand why. Obi here demonstration officer. Tana is an SF Aquio. To 2 check. Now yeah 1 kilometer of road.
I was a court town here, Nane. Obi a hoko baby a quine be on him say asphalt no. Or hene asphalt no monane. Omode a goo a yim a yes and omode a quino. Said the asphalt city no. It is asphalt no ya di jana ye. That's how the jack to so. So can now say no.
Yeah, you now come baby.
Me I contane na make and say fix the country a central feel Lolovine
Lolobi.
Your friend say Lolobi.
Aye. Be say o mudi mai.
Ye kwa ties. Any demonstrate the view Kumasi. Ye kwa ties ni ade na kunta hunhia. Onse mdi kaka say hunhia. Ke bia e case say after elections no unse sadie we efuye nyina emu o say Kofi Adams na di kan prompt ye emra na ye bobo en ho akwakoto aba ma MPP candidate for the area DC yene ye so no hu nti wono kra wanko area ho anko e campaign ade
that was
yes Emma sadie ni peja baya na court akonta akokot ama edi court akoni aba na mra na eye adwuma no ye ogide wa resemu se anamuntu wo ho kekoye se bia ase eba ya no obi atwitwi nani na nkaye man a ekene kasemu a wo mu kenkomu case para dia ye tutu wona mo mempo local government minister acknowledge say bibi sa ho na ye mo mre in a matter of weeks no wo mbehwe se mra be ye adwuma na wo mo ehunu say sa salfo no district we anaso wo makwa ase na wo manyo mo DC na ye kwakwa demonstration akobene ties ne sa ne amaniama no
pay KMS 50 million debt or reject Sampain as MC assembly members.
Sampain the only onimu
Sampain ni mo she say almost abain no 50 million debt be also abain tua and Maakye
otua ma na KM
na ehonu na Sampain ba
sa abain no KM ka 50 million
and na KM na ehwan dia
Kumasi for there
Kumasi no so ye hwan
Kumasi o two for ne abain
eno so ye hwan abain abana de ho ka fa obe
say mo to be control
abain de ho ka
to be kasa ECG nya abain dia
yes
ECG eduruma bia na abain de ECG kanya na ego
otuatua ne kakra
na so papa de ka
keme
o mai o papa de ka nko ba bia
o ba papa de ka
nko ma de mu kakra assembly mremu no omo ye autonomous
but tie local government experts tie local government practitioner hold on a local government practitioner is speaking
senior research
assembly no IGF omo chichi
your presiding member
assembly no IGF no share assembly numera assembly no to say
speak my honorable
assembly no to say Nigeria ye governor state omo di omo so enti se akwa say successive government ekada ho a also aban hwe no o clear no of mom finance ministry hwe mo om na mbo me media me ka kire me nua presiding member ayi me nua PM say ene Sampain ene ya Sampain ya wabere ya no mde ko eba ge
masa ndie ne oni ka mo nti ende om den be
ohine ma me tell de nti eni kwa say
assembly man found be
because aban betimi ya clear sa adept now my tell me point no without chief executive aban to be in the process say ya clear it is a Sampain ba and omo wetim na kambom
they want assurance give it to them
assurance no dey buy the be mo but omo fa Sampain nya bageni
Sampain they will use him as a bargain
Sampain ba
because omo who say Sampain is a darling boy of Kumasi now as obi ani age ne ho enti yan so yan twe strings na signal no impulu
Sampain di nya ba omo din kai press conference
yes and they have
presiding member no on hye ne nso ne me ka kire ne ne sa asem na wo ka no onu a wo twere ni ko assembly members no mdi na chi no se ko ne baba ko mienu miensa be ko no nko anu gira ho no
omaye
Sampain no de
ba we tenya ko
omaye evoko
nyako kasa wie pe what we'll do is this yene Verma Plus be to twenko
okay
yene Verma Plus din komo we are then Abronoma will come back and no dia kujwaso. But who's a member of parliament for Pru West? Yeah, deputy minister for roads. And then in Tokopa, wa kwai ho ha.
Ba kubi na oka say nkania no begja na nyaya
microphone.
Ba kubi na oka say nkania dundum no wo mu no. Ka say begja ono ye Pru de bibi donko.
Pru East
your friend said Dr.
Kwabena Donko.
Pru East. Okay,
where you Pru West.
And we are Pru West.
Abrante o yi na nima na mbo hu niye.
Okay.
Former Bantoma health insurance manager.
oh okay okay but wakata
and me kire na se go for piano.
Yadi na ne di bant ma watch na
watch na na dia. Them ko for boss.
Okay.
I want to tease and joke.
I ko kasa o kan ye ball ina. O sa heyan ye chechira de no. Aheyan ye sana no ye morning shows ye kan. Ya no see ye pe ye be hu say Zoom lion penny for. Wo ma pra ho me ho ye fita ye sai.
Go ma fix the country for.
Yeah, ball de ye mpe so mo pe be before fra.
Ye kasa ye no ma be tu ball no.
Why ye kama me bomb baso me say gina fidie you so. Wo ye the sa Ghana be tu
the country for no.
Yempe hobiem so bi ba sha ho ball kra. Yempe ho so bi ba sha ho. O my idea. Na we enye o mo fans fix the country. Enye wo mo fans papa yi ka say enye se bibia da ho fan a obi antu anamo ono a chechem we mu apply we mu so o mo join we mu eti we no enye wo mo fans ene kwa me kuro me di ni birthday eti nya ade bia we di ni ni wode so ontiase
Otiase anko nya 112 years.
na ontiase ne be di ni birthday
we a memorial
yeah kai no yeah pa de papa bia ye be gina so ama Ghana tumpon enye ye kwhye tight ene de keke ka ho.
Thank you very much. Mamini Vema platform to chinkomo na ene ono to chinkomo bia Fred aye krado Dr. Tony so ebone chidom na ene ni di nkomo wie pe na chese abro no ma de ontumi nko mukra obi am sorry nko ene holiday ye di ni hapa eti mu nyina na moral support pa wa be ko ba bia no ene ye wi a ubenya case pa ofia
ene holidays are there na mo de mrosamba
emrosande he
communion wine
wasana no what odokro opa ko kenke
communion wine
Fred ne pom to say
Amai nyankopon adomi jame nanso na unso
Vema plus
for brother my unso me chiao
ya joso
ai
ena no pay kaja so me
ayo amai machia ya machia ye tie for no
Power you do.
I don't why fabulous.
I like the papa rock.
power nyeda enka do mu wiagu onya bia pa wache.
All right, by you.
Adaba chief for na yesri nyame asomdwe mfa mo man no. Omampani
me ba na say emeti dunum no kasa oso me.
Omampani Akufuado Yura Bawumia ene asoafo ni nyina no yemfa mpa bonta wo machi. Ne mum say democracy be yadwuma. Yen settlement mufo no yemfa mpa bo oman ho do ahopachire no kure emfa nsom. Na ye nyina so yenye bi. Eno no ebetimi edi aboye. Minua me ba na mete se minua o kasa no manum ho ayeden. Minua emre bi du ye a no bi awie medical school or technical legon. For 5 years we anya dwumada eno kura no didi ya ntwetuo. Emre bi du ye a omayi mu na since 2012 yemfa nurse ni da yemfa teacher ni adwumada. Na so mitimi trans nyame boai. Emre bi du ye a ye da sumu ti sabu akusie mfie num na so nyame adom. Ni nyina mu mpo no na ban yote so odjon mama na otwampo adi atem ene niema emfa na so so yenya abotre. Emre bi du ye school fees nti awofo bi no hya akomfo aba bi aba ama free SHS aba ene yeda so te. Emre bi du ye akontomire ni akra free Cote d'Ivoire ene nyame adom aba bi ntutu ye nti no metini ye pa se na duane omutimba ha befa. Emre bi du ye Bible say nyame sompa ne so ko hwinwisia ne akunafo ne bobrofo adamfo akura ne ntaduro ma wo mo anope doctor say aka say Akufuado bai oto ndi seminu ane so hunu hwe ya Bible say ne o wason no ontie nya honhom ka kira safoto no na minua tie me de atwere no na ayim say ye but ansana na minua no he was bemoaning na adumako be fi adwuma be ne diama no na say I'm telling you ye mu bi no you rap politics we say you want to leave a mark and you know 4 years no
some people ni bi anya bibi chen me a nipa kro no bi an appointment instead say metra se yesu say am bibi no me dia twem kom unim emuma 20 professors ahodo mo dia very soon I'm becoming a rich person adwene say ye di rural politics ma cop appointment na moa ya dom na se de mawa ya philosophy na me giri say ye MPP aban ne ba nipa eka mahiafo ntino that is why I'm joining it. So my motivation is intrinsic. More so Akufo Addo will be he rewards hard work na minim at the appropriate nipa no kra doso my rights be national acting national director of communication e de be biem e beto mpanimfo party ni je me so from President Akufo Addo to the ministers obia respect me na me yam hu yie ani ntino me mpesa sa de no he is my brother minya position munyam she but minya ye no it's not about the title the way I conduct myself and the way I work and no ye more a yikura chen say me di position bi ma commerce up inu ya wie ni sa no tie ni atwere no eka ho asem okay mebusem etri edunso chichemu edumiensa na o say de ode bone she papa na mu no bone mpa ne so da and someone John Mama His Excellency came in here TSA nani ekeke kansem Ghana for nyini na since 79 NDC for the modus operandi the strategy almost the year it made the move with the masses no almost a sign and na manfo nya duane ni and na we here and na okum ni ade in my possession here me nua me kan ma kire yi ko na ko kan sa book we say it was written by Dr. Yaw Obed Asamoah page 257 the political history of Ghana 1953 to 2013 the experience of a non-conformist TNA was it the essence of the revolution was to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor. Do kind no AFRC PNDC NDC no mo se obeka hia for ni escafo abom na to ahoy money rollings mo sheta auto e ko wiase no they are the bourgeois in the country it mo strategy no Ghanaians they know you emre bia NDC botai ne so mo ba ye so hia for and says on chinema dia over 27 years a PNDC NDC atras no o ma ye dia boa and then I'm here me find say ye were the same Mountain Camel and the big prophets are there. And the Elijah I'm also here. Now you articulating near my here for, and I'm going to go there. And but look, here mama some can you know. So I can't yempo and was my fiancé. Bible say Imwaeboko esanke ni bre. What you say? Imwaeboko sanke ni bre. Well, you're too obstinate. Trying to exhibiting that kind of mulish obstinacy. A hunter jay obro for no mulish obstinacy chese a hunter nya bruso wa kasam Ghana for na ko social media wo mo munya politicians nyina ka I was expecting say Nasiru to no we are more than brothers we are brothers from different mothers and you sit here obra me no mi gidi se Bible na tete me na me so mi gidi se konsheni krunkru Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and no so na tete wo you are sitting here to justify something we are not supposed to justify kai sallallahu nyame fa iboni nchayen na me ne tienie asema yura mama kai no hwe o se idiomatic expression Omanhene di kuma se unim se ka o mom tebrofo a me so metibi de atwere so na se rusugi to se brofo no metibi eni ti ontie no ontie ni ye yen hwen nsem a oka ya ono se idiomatic expression wa sa dia toa so ese wo mo abon wo anko school no ira mama ateni na doso nipa kroya be ka kire dum so se obi o ye businessman adwa be guo no onye smart professor Messi wo nipa kroya be gina be ka kire yen se yen no enye prayer you saying Roman pastor you saying Catholic priest and be kire na no useless no moka nipa kro yet we gina parliament ema wonu ani members of parliament onu omo chairman secretary say enam say a heritage fund I can wasem no wo mo eyedien baloni useless this is the person ateni no yadoso but minia briefly mame ma the definition of or the saying they na oka ehun asem no
do or die
or whatever a thief from Fanchen. Sankrata and Dawson. Yes, in Pabonini ba Kruma, Nimquan Nipena. Minia, it's okay, it's okay. Minia, enti, all by the Sapan Fin will be Oxford Dictionary of Idioms. The Oxford man, Oxford Dictionary in the crowd. Some mama say idioms, me books 9,000. Mindi Shekrano, I am proud to say me library, no, me will be. it book bi anu abeka mi ni bi ti Oxford Dictionary of Idioms page 81 persist in the face of great danger even if death is the result.
Okay,
must we say that obi awo nyame asira be di president say wo kra na be sia ensi nyame nsi emani nsi ala kiaye hwe tie de to so mi nu the Chambers English Idioms page 84
pretty problem intimi srama oka Georgia runabout obetima saka se ponko runabout be a ponko bi apeja ne 9 minu e wo honoma no Apex Bank honoma no Apex Bank hona runabout hona no ensuo bi apaya chese sene ACA2 no bese Ghana Water Company Limited because ensuo no kraya na yensmp nti ebesremo a yentu sa anamo no mame ene ebi mu di o mawoda mame enko Lionel Israel Fifi asthma or class 3 Lionel Israel Fifi asthma or class 3 Najis Angels Najis Angels ho ena Fifi ne papa ne Nat honorable Jalula special assistant and to offer say ne odina woda so I am feel enkron na and so Abigail in cancer of Pokuase and your birthday this coming from Asumadu Dakwa special birthday to you and then so see me minua machiriba mienu Neville Adubuache oko ejosom patem honi ne nkron ne ba nyina ne din na dundu obi ade frɛ na ne Pakaro oye chirade ewo Afidwase senior high Pakaro oye ne masters for KNUST at the moment Pakaro Neville Adubuache from the entire family myself your mom Georgina Ekwiaso Ubed and then your sweet wife Lydia and then Dr. Edna Kuba they all say happy birthday to you. Enjoy the day to the max. Na bibi anya day. Enkoso kama emfa emmao. No. Ena ono ane yire eye nat yire nso so. Akwala ne maami nyina di on birthday nti Barbara Kusiapia Coco Board say she be kwai. Ukunu nat so ma otinkwa. Happy birthday to you also. Na me didn't komo ya me kase ya no. Mabrante abo refia na umpompa to say.
Bacho mi hoye pa.
Bibi aboko.
Yankopo adom.
Me come a branch here and I just say grace gift.
Yes.
Now mama oi. I don't want to be about.
The real dipana buso ono. The kasi mana yes squad about pa squadrons ankasa.
Squadron dey with you. As a military there. Okay. Come into you no pay.
Open you better wasi. You better wasi Saudi and from na so was radio for the card DBA say apart from
succeed or to die, destroying oneself in trying to succeed. The nyamia ye we wabedi bida so be ku kura kumobi abedi. That is another definition. The third definition, and also no Scholastic Dictionary of Idioms. Marvin Turban and a do or die. To succeed or fail or completely to take the chance of destroying oneself in trying to succeed. Ninya no the operative word ne say so be ku an obi be wukura na be nya de obenya minia na yewura mama watena se adwere ho also kwa Assemblies of God. Every sabre kwapem emfie empem mienu say 2024 no e bi wom. So be o mai man ko ye bibia he should be guided by prudence, tact and vigilance. John mama should be number 1. E dey try make kan sa. Enipa woto nsa frɛ o se be yeme chitani. Professor Mills yan kanshim July no 2012. Etino no say to me wo nyame nsem eni nipa nsem akakabe nsem kasa. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Kasa seje jahusa and then their mama to me akoni trima mo ye nyame ntu ni do bewuo enti 2024 betimato no. na nananum gu apaya o say nipa boni a won pe o mai de yi ayigu ni tiri so a Christopher so bom paye dia yeso ye bo sa mpaye no sa na megiri se menua no musramifo no sa so no so bom paye sa tie
me mo atraso
me madode
me mo atraso
yes
na sam no kai
yes
ohunu se ope se o se ye bo mani mu o se ne echitafo mfa pepe ye nko gina honhwe se
na se
yensisi wo mu
na se wo kura ne bebemu a
yes that's one
definitely na menua me ba enya mra mama di kaka sa asem we say ni o wono de sansem ne de otaika nipa kro ye ne ko gina o kan say woni mabunu ahia o trade fair o launch o manifesto tie ni nsem ni bi o kekaye huriyampa mojampa huriyetrim o say the president o say we were born out of revolution. President John Mama wants MPP. WordPress.com. The President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mama, has sent a warning signal to the main opposition party, MPP, that the National Democratic Congress, NDC, was born out of revolution, so they understand the culture of violence. This is the man talking about. He was even the president. That is not enough. Was say NDC can be more violent. Mama wants MPP. StarFM.com GH. 1st February 2019. Former president or say, I want to sound a caution that NDC has a revolutionary route, and when it comes to unleashing violence, no one can beat us to that. Obi awono MPP taking glory say ye ba ye bua mehia for susuku omani momani ko na nimu no you are taking glory out of violence, especially so party ni a party a eno na di ku ni nipakum di baye etin kanda no ka osesa no he was even trying to take glory out of that ye de no anasiru sisie na gini na biesie eno na kire say enkrofo a national security chom ko iku mama babo nti say bentro emfa nyiku no ya mamamfo give credence to that nia wo mu ye ni nia ma wo keka we say nyina no eni nsem we keka no ya kire but menua emre bia so say Ghana 40 as say and now no 79 no ne ade adabuga mo kan yes na tribal politics no na nipakuo bi na wo ma dominate military police no abai democracy no bae no I spread it obi abusuani wom enti samobotai ne say you are instigating na mini ya nhwe ni ye party how can say you came to bridge the gap between the rich and the poor eko wi ase no na the gap has become wider na mini ya mama fa bible assemble ko entu anim hwe
3 minutes
okay or the saying Luka engoma no etudu mi bichemu aduenu o se no Onyankopon ka kire no say okwasea anadui obejo krafi nsem na niema a wasiesie no ebeye hwan dia emra wo de fo no tenase masi dan ma yewe na ni wura fi nyame no nia Yesu Kristo abebu no kan so kwasea na obejo krafi nsem Yera mama, I respect him so much. Baby, what drone be a you moving to me no honum. Ni wura fi Nyankopon. To me aba ni munti no.
What makes you think that wura fi Nyankopon?
Ni wura fi Nyankopon wa, ni wura fi Nyankopon wa. Mama to say he is depressed.
Depressed?
He is depressed.
Why?
You're depressed out of desperation. Look, nyame abua.
Hold on, Mabel. Because we're depressed.
We're depressed.
A depression is a clinical word.
Yes.
And I say mechanism.
Better still, he's suffering from paranoia.
Mabel.
Paranoid.
No doctor has told any Ghanaian that Mani Mahama.
Oh, the upper young clinical
there is no medical report to that effect. So why would you
call it can say? Minya, ya bibi afrajunim.
But also the
now they say me TSA and can say choice of words there. Meaning said no Chomsky nom and Daniel Webster more or share a brofuasi no. Oh, ain't community and my country as a whole time a choice of words. So it is what can say. I'm not going to go that tangent because I'm not with you also. The point I'm trying to stress is say Kane depression ko ni trim nya me de tumi ama pani de ama Israel man mu Bible mu pani hia and the brenti hwe de okoye ni nua Abel no man pani mama yes for assemblyman what me akodi MP 12 years wo wie ye no wo kodi deputy minister wo kodi minister wo kodi vice president wo kodi quarter president wo di full president e de nya me nye obiem eya ato ni akasaka inene kesiminia sagana for krasi ye de bufuo o man joma be fa man no e de no be ye so amra metwa free SHS mu ana omra se eye teacher training allowance nurses training allowance o metwa mu ana oma fa yem kosu mu ana oma fa yem kwose yem ndc fo adi asofo atemu ana menua mete se no ka na praise before ni ade menua se nya christopher bi te se 7th day adventist praise be methodist anglican baptist pentecost oti ase any otabel nom any yewura or say any nkramofo a enka depression kra be come for emotional message o me de maye no eboayen ansa na project and this over the years and nam some we party a mu kira difo mu kum brother mu akomo ekum odifo asare nom pa baba ke mu tata wo mu yeni aye ofa kuma se kwasi sapon mu kam kope na kunito mu kira difo na uwie na
I'm not privy to that information. Your time is up. Yeah. Your time is up.
Now would you ask Gracia and Robert Rabeka?
Your time is up. Thank you.
Who said silence is golden and speech is silver. And in the Bible say even a fool when he keeps quiet is counted among the wise. Then same way we say near the other no, it's shown his ignorance about
ignorance
depression.
On what?
About depression. Depressing individual Ukraine yenim the devastating effect bit makoso. Depressive statement any be na joma meka or instigate amanfo or packaging ho sa see so ma ba mu biem. Ekufo ado ye ubedi mfia wakudru. Ene niema ode ba na Ghana fo aboni din say kro de biba okwa ode biba. Mama time your friend Naomi okwa ne ma waba ne pan okwa ode biba. Eni nti yare we ye kan ye no say joma man ke wi na montua na cholera chi nipa 28,000 emu 243 ne wuye kufu ado ba EBC. That is the difference. But we are all saying nsem a all can say mama nsem okaye no reactive. Reactive. Kufu ado de ni dey well orchestrated. Na Bible can wasem psychologists will tell you say a good leader behind one man or reacted to issues and clearly he has demonstrated Domama. Yam fan to Kufu ado say and someone would do a man for Kenya what say na or reacted that. But Domama wa bemu no that said we check him for o can't man will be here no it is an only party says or a reactive person must we give the seat back to someone who is so reactive, who is so cheeky. Edi dia juma ifo atem say I am not a magician me momo juma samon kan ya nya juma mumu say yakopon. You have demonstrated that. So if you had kept quiet it would have been better. Minia memra ensem no ebiso share. Here is a case he's talking about election and it's from Feriade 2012 ye free say enyema nko ye ya mfa sapan ne call you ye de krata ye de adwenyansa no man hodo modern sapan ne call ye busa se edun katia say ba ye ne say o say nya nchi na mbaye wa mo nkwa ba aba no ho ban mo call yo mo ko super pan no ho say mo muti modern sapan ye de 54 mo de 90 ena motuo na propaganda nkontomponi atronti muguso na mo keka ne wia ye wa ne wia mo na joma masimo kan ye ne say afa nu ahunu say meanwhile 2012 election no ena atuguba ka chen say afa jaka elections are won at the polling station say won sua de enti no afa nu ade ko hunu. Is that what he's telling us? Kasado do mu pam from so menu afa no to nchen. He's talking about any kokum we menia memma historical kaka ne hwa de ye kai ye pa o esen nyame kwame ene kwabna noa omkokum nyame kwame wo sankore yachi deputy minister dem e was C3 e was sakumono na beka hu bi ewi ase minister and deputy minister Erikopoku substantive minister ye and side man no urafi na aba osimi kum nipa Colisel de nua na moni age. These are the people and this for traits wo brand no e no person mo brand yen MPP ye di domo bae yetenia mase yenkum nipa ayawa so de na si ye ade boni bia si ayawa so bia emoa ura fi 1996 election obi a amoa win no wiam de ama Rebecca Adote etinchim sa 2 months to the election.
So that trend shouldn't continue.
It should not continue. And nothing else your comedy Akufo Addo say ABC ayawa so no or say ya take committee what be sada mama penso a akwatia wo mo buru ye kumbie ABC chireponi ABC ye no o te so take committee bi to the extent say even the interior minister Makoyongu or say violence beget violence want answer no. That is the difference between us. Menia odia no eto nchen.
Let me ask this. NDC as a party has been trumpeting this all the time say nipa mochi ewo election yimu government in power as at now nobody seems to be mindful of say nipa ewu. It has been something from the president the former president to the last president wasn't taking up with investigation to even unravel say because you bet make so be wu ha na so nye no kre.
Yes,
there have been cases be say obi wi and I say yakumobi murder cases and so be hwem kwa na be nipa kwa wan kopi
I am say Jojo Bruce Kwansan dey na okay for time ko yan this one mu ja ko. But I'm telling you say
we say investigations the government taking
now the issues no won't say a year police for investigating. They are investigating
for the past 6 months. And nothing has come from it.
Now they enter a memo. JB Dankwa we how many years now? Inya botre. Odo radio. We mo down one mako kone kone. Edi ebe ne siye. Ewu ne siye no. Oni abete nsem. Oti ase nipa kro ye ni lanteva da potokotokro mama for sasanti ni be register do yenku no. Ura fi. Eniema si ni ura fi ya ni. Then he's talking.
Joe. Eniema si. Na say ye ko ye
ma. And na way answer no. Anya Chekra, you should be commended so a commission. Yeah, yes. And this is to be that. Now, Samba Kwaminia Kaya one said, a Kufuado Emfan in Sanko can be Bicrano, Mosi Bui. Nadian won't cock assurance, Ben won't cock for electoral commission home, or be independent or this institution. With him, tell your mama a candidate electoral commission. Allow EC to work. Mama test, let my vote count allowance. Alliance YaganaWeb.com 8th October 2015. The mama can allow EC and then you refi set here stop harassing the EC graphic.com 7th April 2016 and then you refi Odiano Etun Chenya allow EC to do his work says mama GhanaWeb.com 14th November 2016 it will say no mama assurance ben mama ana president Kufuado when the word to me so be catch say electoral commission mandate adwuma wo ye ana me bo ana on fan hu metwitwim one ten ya wo kana say of course me tiase e bia o me Charlotte say de o me ye to the extent say election ko e be declare no according to otumfo say na mama mu a na mama nya na je so be pene no they think say bia so manipulate but ye no ye democratic ye liberal ye dwene o man no ho me nua odiano eto nchen so a ade ba ko and say MPP minority senya ba kwa beka ho a enukura winim office be call 137 and ba kwa beka ho so who told you say minority in any case yanhwe why na inya president no se sample na wo kan me ma ba form am yenti asesa atro tekrema nyame hwehwe odia no atuncha meba wo say nana ese obriki 8 eno na ahye wo nana Kufuado on fatu embriki 8 Nana Kufuado enkodane se bena kafia ene betumi agina maka se tuo no Rollins enough is enough yem fa ki no mamo once MPP for arena no military yankeep ye 2000 that was what happened you know what you say and this nya o magin so mo dia ba ma ye don online say duru wa ye de ma ba yen yetenia ma say Nana Kufuado say free status na media bank kwada 2 million abamu no ebeboayin Nana Kufuado say economy and you are talking about economy mama no mkwa kwatena University of Ghana were they able to talk about economy and you opaminia my extra time na me debate no since 1992 na ye hunu economy it's not about the obra mo yan ko ye jamo GDP of 9.3 after the rebasing mo ba ye mpotwa didi enti no mo ja 3.7 mama say akanompe mama say yentimi mu o man nti ye ko IMF akopenya nsa enu nti na mo de yito so anyemfa ni padwuma no you are sitting here talking about economy it comes to economy and management NDC they are as a party of no quantity.
Let me go to Nazi wrap up with coming up on 9:30
the word reactiveness and can won't me try and justify when was
I have searched the issue of reaction. You have mentioned reactive.
Okay.
I don't know.
Nazi, he has the floor for 3 minutes. We wrap up.
No, I'm just telling you something. I'm giving you the opportunity.
What
I am reacting to is what I know.
Thank you. Allow. Thank you. Let me hear you.
MPP me any President Kufuado yam assurance obla wow statement in communication in no you should be very alert of what you are saying also you don't believe the system no Kufuado ka ho system no electoral commission ka ho system no judiciary ka ho system no pastors any chief imam any
Just as I said, we are live on Facebook. That is first Facebook. Go to Kessben FM or Kessben Television. Okay, today happens to be the birthday of Ajua Fowa Banahini of SOS School Kumasi. You are 12 years today. And Abuaje Frank Jackson, the news editor of Wuntumi FM and Wuntumi TV. This coming from your friends at Kessben and myself. Happy birthday to you, Abuaje Frank Jackson. Abuaje Frank Jackson, today's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. And Abigail in Kansa Pukwasi, I think we've done that. Okay. Abronoma. Now what to say?
Radia Dauroma, me who den sebongre sitaya kokrane kan ye no.
Emmanuel Wilson, a former communication director, PNC, Ofia. Samson Steven Jalula, deputy roads minister, roads and highways minister, Onosusuha. Etifamiko Jasobra, said by 30 pepe. Umani Chemwa. Na inti first three no.
Okay.
Oh boboso, me hu se katechene e kwa e boy crowd twen. Eti boso ntem na fa imi ma bejafo ntena se na. Yen zoom in.
Okay.
Zoom.
That is mama. Yanko Jaso na Omanhene zoom one shase. Na ye shase e wo nom enkokrafo nom na boa ema mogye die frusa nipa wo nipadua ni mu de wo ya no pa eyensuo hye Korean GCT wo hoyi enya nwuno enya hwe no ansa wayi na wo dia tonsuo mu na fe ye kafo de mawo a ya wo ye gya ho adwuma sa wo nom bia no pa bia eboa eyi bre afiri ho no pa ema wo etimi ton na fe anemia ene de keka wo na aboa wo brabo nso Korean GCT die me say abama ye na wo ye oba wo ya baba wa esiesie wo skin no ema wo wedie no entwintwam enye yem niema basa bia enti mekanfo adiama no pa bia nom Korean jinsinti na mmoa wo na ensiesie wo nipadua no Kumase wo ko poku trade na wo benya ne dosopo ewo ho Fredimens Herba wo di bi akogo Accra all Palace Mall shops no wo kwa ehon so sa Tema Evergreen shop wo mo adibi akogo kai say eye Korean jinsinti afi takrade ye ko pharmacy shop bia bisa Korean jinsinti wo mo benya bi ama onti bibia se na pesa wo ne doctor ekasa na wa 0249 051072 na onimpenifo abo enkommo afi Mami Grace Bodu ena etwaguo no wasi Jimmy nkwan wonsa na mom bema pa se woni anwofe ni sika enya topa gengen ye no so wompem enti se waye mra wompem na wontimi nyinse wo ba Grace Gift na omma wodro ena afi wo ba wontimi nyika cha wompem wakoso yakuma no odepoa ne niema bi esesemu ama wonyina wo na so ya wanhwe ya wo ba bia na ha muten sa waga kwan no abefa ukuru agye na boso na wo yi style sakase enti ko ne koye vagina steaming ni bi na no ene beboa wo yeti number ni mu bio adiama wo eye 0246 518003 0246 518003 ya won kraya ye ko achimota petroleum bangle ho na yakwa akwaji ayarhye ho ene omama ye baby kama wo fra chiri na eba kwa obetimi adwodwo ho na wada Kumasefo nyina ye botwi na yakọ Kumase Oshumase School Junction barikese kwan so afei ebu akwa koforidua eno so ye benga ho fuel station no ne nyina eye Grace Gift enkomobo ena ye bo ho enkommo afei mekanfo Hero baby food ediamao obatan we say every 6 months ekro wutimi ema wo ba no shase didie na akwara no obedidi na adwene mu onyini na adwene mu betimi abie na nani so anye ne wisiwisi no obehuna de ama nani kala no kra ye fefefa koto Hero baby food na eshase fama uba no na onni ya sheda ayede yede agujamu aba na eno no ye rice pudding ewo ho ye flavors ni pi tisa akwara bia ni nani ji mango ho ye mango banana de wo ho ye peach banana ye apple de nso wo ho emma nkoda nani ji na edan kasa mekan food ya ma ya sheda ye nkoda nko juice ede aba enti akwada juice no ya de aba no eno de eboa wo mo fi se ye sum nuane muro ani vitamin C ni nyina bi ewom enti etimi boa akwada ni nyini pa ema ni huna de ye na ma wono na aposo ne na aposo no watimi anantentem make am Hero Baby Foods assortment company for wamakofa baby diama we abrochire aduane o ye tuton wo pene baako so wo betimi abeto betimi ato agu ho diama wo ma no na omodi na omega 3 ene ade wo aduane mu no eboa kwada na dwene pa wonyina na dwene mutimi bie na odwene ntem make am Hero Baby Food diama o aduane na no chicken na no nti na hu krofo ma na o ma ye shepensa no Hero Baby Food and American formal. Wo penny do sopu a. Omadi aso beko edum kumase pizza to wo. E hona assortment e wo. Wo betimi afre 0501 150912. Na woni mpanimfo abon komo. Afi mayen kanfo enfama. Ese enei eye multi credit savings and loans and ema ye business etumpon. Na multi credit die. Sedi ye nimu wamo ededa no. Tia wo tu susu e wo ho a. Wamo bo besia ema wo de kire wakwa mu. Enti enei wo de hihye ye bia ba. Ofre ne se group loans. De hia ne se mo bekeka mo ho abom. Na makwaje besia. Multi credit nkrobata bi ebe wo bia no. Bowura ho na wo beje eho nkyire mu. First 0244 176901. Na woni multi credit emon komo. Ye pe baabi a ye beda ama ye sumoto yenya. Eye Fosua Hotel and American for Ediamao. Ye wo kuma say Fosua Hotel so nipa so beda ho no mu a se de wo se gije wo so no. De bia na wo pesa wo san beda ho. Na ye sisi ho so se shepe. Enti wo betimi afre number we na wo so aye booking no. Eye 03220 37382 Onim penny for and more encomo. Ultimate Fashion and Furniture City. Messi hona wo chata de papa na wo de Chiriba yenchei enso ye Ghana heya Ultimate Fashion wamata de ye papa de ye ko wedding de ye de ko ayase de ye de ko engagement ni nyina bi wo ho efise emema shirt papa bi a wo de ko ayi office no ni nyina bi wo makofa ediaba enkodanta de enkodampa boa Ultimate Fashion yete wo so ani asori ye ka Furniture City no ka ho a wo besiesie wo office anasa wo demo a enkonwa papa ani desk papa no ebi wo Yo kumasi edum Wesley Methodist ye beno first 0209 136 733 When Ultimate Fashion and more encomo Kessben University College say ya fantum wanim ese adwuma yeje wo kodra ka ho bra na begentete ya bemu wabodi nkata ama wo so watimi ahyeta pa efise achechefo ne wadaje wo mu na begina wanim akire wade afei ye courses bia diploma and afei degree courses na apesa wo ya me kan focus ban University College edi amawo obetimi afra 0501 637383 and in penny for Enkasa Omanhene.
Thank you very much, Abrono Majima. Give me a minute, I'll be back.
Because system no any system that's sorry was
system bay Ghana system
of course
unia sumdwe say
well
that's what we do her come nti asumdwe no ni say unia sum
so maybe do ananka e bia wo betina kolon na wo me ho no na age ha nyina
I never faculty.
They be me catch. I mean, that is how life should be, and it's not like that.
And I was saying about how to mean to Cologne.
Adriania will be the ground to be done.
No, I got drink Cologne. All right, I'm going to chop on me to the Sabako. Alhaji Mohammed Nasir is a leading member of the NDC and is stalwart in the communication team. Nasir, Akoba say. the former president's statement, it is creating a lot of, I don't know what I should call it, brouhaha, a lot of fuss in Ghana today. Ebi must say, unfortunately, Ebi must say it was needless. Ebi must say it is a call to stop electoral fraud. Vivi Kwete. Omanhene Yaw Bible until say on train sign because it's an idiomatic expression. Do or die. That's more kind. Coming from your end, say now who.
What is my difficulty?
Help me.
A haka crab no one. The fact is, I say, you ready to and Kabibia. So when you make there was somewhere I can, and there somewhere yanka.
That's right.
Now, when in such situation, I ding because they be also trying to, sieve. Near Kano and near Kano na what to me so I don't know my difficulties but like yes Uncle Bian Kana India Mobati Zabo Group how come what is a Yabakani Bibia Senate Pepene Soriako or my Ghana near Yin idea Yin na nebe kaboom and a teacher of my Ghana. Yeah, that's Soriano Pabiano. I remember way back. I mean, said this SS system, that's policy still persists. The man, you walk from the primary level to the secondary level. They be a Soriano pa. Yeah, my recited the national pledge.
Yeah.
Apart from the win, and in the national pledge, I said, "They be a our heritage won for us through the blood and toil of our fathers. Yena nanum ehwe muja. Omu ye ni ombetimi aye bia na chekere o man no maye. Nti ya sede say ye bebo ho ban. Ya sede as a people. Nti no ne obenhu a na obi asori wo Mali na nkrofo no ayeden adinichi. Na obi asori wo Guinea na nkrofo no ayeden adinichi amana society. And let me tell you something.
I'm here.
Colonel Mamadi, that is Guinea.
Yeah.
On Yasa Benyane Bao. Because I've heard some people making some statements and Kofa on my brand in the Ekekang. Colonel Mamadi, on Yaneba, on Yaneri, on Yan Nebusia for. To stage coup no stage you Guinea. What do you mean here? A hopeless system. Hopeless system. That is all he needs. Then you exploit it. You don't need your family. And you bit it. Nasa Sama, I was say yes, simple. Now, they are done. We are candidate and you don't even understand the context and you are still leading the affairs of the country. What is the guarantee? Say in civilized societies. So when you say penia will be yara ni muno, any munisum any niba. Now what started kasama mo kasa walking. Say and yet kasa ebe buama sunje aba na woni esefeta se wo kasa mayete na what se bibia tochima wo mo aye ni egusu aka wo nsa ahwo mo demri fem ehwe na wo mo be politics no e dey politics dia. Then you should know the kind of country we are living in.
Mamento asiye hwa mo na wo so mo kasa asembe to ho no obi aka Womu fi say nipa na sem ne nye nanso so womu nka bie womu a emre bi etwe mu womu tumi hwe John Mahama nim e ka kire ne say na aban no ye corrupt ane John Mahama corruption na womu de to no so ne nyina no omu bubo di sa sori mpanyimfo sa ahemfo. I can name some of them. The Methodists, you ever say penny, somebody like Ochehini or your Hini, clerics. Obi bia one more kasa mayeti. One more kasa ukrum ha.
Ada John Dramani Mahama.
And no one can save you.
Why are they quiet? And don't you think it's a matter? I was say John Mahama, any NDC for a Kenya woman, Nayanti woman position on this rot that is going on in our country today. Don't you think so? Oh, you know. Obiang doing some making as this important issue I'm raising. Obiang doing for whom? Ye giant. Na people for aka. Na ye yaw. Na ya kamwe. Na ya kabwe. Na obi ka. And the issue is festering slowly, gradually, because Obiang cannot cram. Tina maybe kasa make catch us say you say ye bibia na ye kan until we are limited. Nemum ya maya kwan say me no wo yenka na yenka no kra ne kire ye ho a I don't think Ghana will be at this position. The credit is very important in building a united country.
Officer no kra na irana.
Ba ko kra ni ho. Ne kra ben ene wo aban buo mu a se ene aban no etu anamon se ade we na mepese miye. And one will be biara institutions are ya and obey check and balances in the plano. A binary compromising institutions in the it is not by accident. And NDC for sorry so more cocoto. Say 2020 election. Baby uncle Yatuchima. It is not by accident. No one be Tuchima in the 2020 election.
Okay.
Many wo yetikruma. Yeah, election since 1992. Election ben I had declared 3 times. Figures no 3 times. Yeah, election since 1992. Election ben and the nipa ube unsa ya tutu ewo coalition center bibia ya kenkanya ba enye ye say amory. Why the create tuo no ho? Why the di tuo ne ba ho? Ebe pim ne me no wo ekase obi edi. Nemo amanfo ahwere wo monkwa. Let me tell you. One of the constituencies Abbas in the Greater Accra region, Maakye constituency in
is it Ododio?
No, Ododio. It's adjacent to Ododio. I don't know, Ablekuma.
Okay.
North. It's Ablekuma South, I think. Ablekuma South. And it comprises Sukula, that area, Zongo, Nini Ekeka, Sabo Zongo, Nini. One a cool no way Abbas. One also a policeman. He is a policeman. He recruit you. When the entire police service. What's it? They be all armory no who toa, ni who popo. So he can't do the police. Yes, I want to be no jai. He resigned from the because on sworn to person be who to.
The two soon ekuno.
And then okoye. He is just there to ensure. Say matua ba me pesa ye kan ma ba no. Say the be obia ensisi me. Ya punu to eku. He was married for 3 months.
We promise manya mabija fuatna say Emmanuel Wilson memo achimo akwaba na mpom to say
Yenya nyame adome ho ye
yeshia
che pa na me the fans say na yaba be shia na me shia me brother and so my studio Hanson ye bad cry
yeah that's it Honorable Stephen Jalula, Deputy Roads and Highways Minister, Member of Parliament for Pru West. Papa was a MPP. You go GC to NDC for some. A brana and PP for Akukudam, a free, a top from sitting. I'm imagine saying why we need seat now, Manka. Assemble 2 MPP of Parliament. No more Quaba.
I just saw Omanhene.
Now, pom to say.
Pomuye.
Libya Boko.
Na Juma to say.
A Juma Boko.
Michelle Washe. A Kobe 5 years and
yes. So, who got said a bomo, I was copy seat. But he did well. He was not relenting. 3 times running.
And easy.
The first he lost, second he lost. I remember I was there when I catch them and say, Omanhene, I feel emergency seat.
Interesting.
Nyamie ni kwa na meet
now njindi papa
some guys because not easy. So when the results were coming out MPP for me lose seat, no.
That's right. I say we
and I'm saying more Pro West, mommy. I said Stephen Jalula. And I'm saying, to be fair, I'm not I'm friend. I'm saying Stephen. I'm saying, wow.
That's good.
Congrats.
Indication say consistency pays.
Consistency pays.
And you may not really know. Say your breakthrough near very close. Very possible. Say the very moment you decide to give up, no, that may be the time. See, they are okay. Winning a third time or call call 1-2. And okay, say me ko be ma. Nanka that time no would have been his breakthrough.
Nanka no so be that sir.
Possible.
And I come in Kromada. Quick one on the Memorial Day. We cannot do DCs. MMDC say yeah, brah. And then Kwame Nkrumah da intimi ka bia ma mentio
me da se ma mentia weti for ne wahwefo nyina ansana me ban Nkrumah dey so and I know information Martin said there was an attempted coup in Sudan. And I'm Rachiani happening. Unfortunately, I don't know whether to say fortunately or unfortunately, but results say it
was foiled.
Yeah, and then they arrested about 24 of the military personnel. I have said, and after Guinea DAC, me can say there's a wind blowing, especially on this African continent. You need to say a city up, and to say you push Bibia off. Oh, we are condemning coup. Makase, in as much as you're condemning coup, no, you condemning dictatorship, because coup is as worse as dictatorship.
Okay.
EU. Why all the blocks, UN, all the blocks that we have, as I say, you set it up near Castle. Look, when people are crying, my Nkasi a sovereign country, and we will not intervene. You share how best to intervene, and then Sudan. The next day, you name where it will be. Since last year, August, BCN, and then Sudan can winning the 5th coup d'etat. It takes place on this African continent. 2 of them, including Sudan and Anopda, a failed one. Not just a 3 has been successful. It's a wake-up call. Intimacy will be up and doing, especially the blocks like ECOWAS, the Southern Bloc, the Eastern Bloc, the Northern African Bloc, and then the African Union. And sorry. Now you're making sure that the right things are being done.
Okay.
Now, having said that, I mean, and wish Ghana for a happy Founders Day. And it marks the celebration of your founder, the founder of this country. Untumi enka Ghana without mentioning Nkrumah. And that is the reason why a few years ago, a debate came whether we should have founder as in Nkrumah or we should have apostrophe before S or S before apostrophe. I'm saying, look, it's just a waste of time. Am I in as of my Niamas Piwa, it is you're concentrating on. Whether you bring the apostrophe before the S or after the S, it doesn't take away the fact that Nkrumah is the founder of this country. What I expect us to rather be discussing is where the principles that Nkrumah brought up. Are we really following those principles? Those are the discussions we should be having, and not whether there should be an apostrophe S or not. Before. And look, Kosro Ebafom, the year Nkrumah's birthday. Wine day. It will never take away the fact that the foundation of this country is Nkrumah. There's no 2 ways about it. Now, and now you're celebrating Nkrumah. Now you're reflecting on Nkrumah. There are some few things that Nkrumah wished, said not just Ghana, but Africa, in Kayibidi. The Dikai is self-reliance. As you say, first, now we were looking for political independence. You do pempens, we have saying now we are looking for economic independence, industrialization, moving up and down, so many buildings coming up and all that. And then you say, how well have we done as a nation? I mean, the signs are very clear. Say, after Nkrumah, we have done, but not so much. The truth of the matter is that the energy Oshe drive, Oshe how Anan Nkrumah was moving this country forward. Now, Oshe all successive governments after Nkrumah BCN are very, very clear. Say, in as much as we are moving on, we are moving forward, we are doing what needs to be done, or compared to the rate at which Anan Nkrumah was moving now,
very slow.
Very, very slow. How many of your natural resources are we still not exporting in natural states? How many of our human resources are we not exporting in their current state? To the extent say any Cuba, any Malaysia, any others, and as we speak, Cuba is still exporting refined human resources in the position of medical sector. Ghana, how many are we doing? How many of us are doing that? And now me know say, across some districts, across some communities, they don't even have a qualified doctor there. Across some districts, across some places, we don't even have qualified lawyers there. Dennis Law, one of a research law firm about art, see the whole of Upper West. Lawyers are about 3. It is unacceptable. In the NBC, we say all the sectors, the various sectors, you know, how well have we done and how well are we doing? In Nkrumah's time, look, and I came to hear that story where your fathers were in the universities. Yes, Oba BBA school crowd, they are pursuing you to give you employment. And then can we say same? If we can't say same, it's clear indications that Yakoyichi. And these are the things that we should be asking ourselves and be discussing. And being in Nkrumah's Day, the Founders' Day, no, I will wish that as a nation we will start making those debates and discussing among ourselves, how do we become true self-reliance? You too, oil wahanamo. Are we refining them? Are we taking care of our own resources here? Good. Year 2 wahanamo. Are we refining? How many states here? What are the gadgets? What are the things that we owe? Percentage we owe in concessions? Any all those things? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. As Omanhene again, we should ask ourselves, say, your neighbors are normal, move up and down economically. How well are we able to integrate? I have had the opportunity of traveling. Maakye, one of the earlier times, me decided say I'll go by road to the neighboring countries, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire. I mean the very close countries, you know. The blocks, the frustrations that you see and you go through. Say over how many years Nkrumah wanted us to establish a united Africa? How well have we gone? Those are the questions that we should be asking ourselves. I will wish everyone a happy Founders Day. But my call, and when I call Adibia Meye, my call is say you move away from who is a founder of this country,
and who is not.
And who is not, because that one is established long ago. Yen starting beside as Omanhene as a country say, what are the principles that the founding father left for us? Now yen beside say, is it true, say, we are pursuing those principles or we are not?
Okay. Let me say happy birthday to Nanama Nchiwa Abu Sapon. You are a nurse at a Seda Clinic, Kumasi. This is coming from Amos. Nana Ama Nchiwa Abu Sapon. All right. Maminko Honorable Stephen Jalula, a quick one on Nkrumah's Day.
Yo. Omanhene meda se amacha atiefo nyina na ma wishi omunyina happy Nkrumah Memorial Day. To true Pro West constituency for nyina.
Kessben no.
Sa pepe me chia Dr. Gambo. Dr. Nana DJ Gambo. I was a Brahma. I say wa down for back no pe wasem papa. Na afi machia ahemfo nyina omo Pro West. To true Nana Obrimpon crew teacher ya ba se hene.
Okay.
Na Nana kujo na nyako de stay da ye prime hene. Na afi so yewo Tijaniya for penyin pa oye president of Tijaniya Muslim Council of Ghana. The headquarters no prime.
Wow.
Papa ye penyin kasiye pa da biya bom pa ye mami otamechi ye friend Halifa.
Okay.
Imagine sa kwanye se na machi anonso. Na afi so me special assistant na born e din. Nathaniel Asma.
Otie.
Thursday na ye na woda.
Okay.
Bene eye ne yere ene ne ba.
Ne men nyina September.
Yes,
September bonds.
Within 1 week obi abedi ne birthday. Entine me chia mo nyina na ma wish you well.
Okay.
And a very commemorative day Emma Ghana for nyina. And I'm say Bema bi e buy ebedi president of Ghana. Obi eni medjuma pa oyeye. And when we talk about industrialization in Africa, Matimiaka say papa no ne de buy, and we need to celebrate him on a day like this. Meaning say in the past there was this hula baloo about who is the founder and whether it's a founder or founders. But no, Meda or my opinion and Akufo-Addo says he kept this day for the former president of the Republic, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and also had a day for other founders of the nation, because Obianim said now the struggle for independence started way before Kwame Nkrumah was brought into the country. And you know, it's all well and good. And I think so. Jumapana Dr. Kwame Nkrumah Eshasi, we can see it in today's Ghana, where we are trying to build factories all across the nation. And I encourage the president to keep on doing it. People, Bimofi say it's not feasible. But then you imagine, say, several presidents and heads of states after Dr. Kwame Nkrumah couldn't continue the good works that he began. And say, and then people sit down and they criticize. I don't know why successive governments and heads of state couldn't carry on with the good works that this man started. I wonder whether it is something that is not doable or what. I don't get it, because
special industrialization.
Yes, exactly. Because Omanhene from the beginning of Kessben FM up to date. Then you are out. Somebody comes to take over. Why don't they continue with the good works or even better your records? I don't get it. But President Nana Akufo-Addo has demonstrated the goodwill. Say, oh no, on the Madi betimi abo man, and one of them is industrialization. Now, me Jidi say, before his exit, record na Nana Akufo-Addo beyeno. It's been pretty answer. So free sumpona, I think he will be compared to a great person like Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. I'm not going to take anything away from that man, because he has really achieved a lot. Not just for Ghana alone, but for the whole of Africa.
Okay, yes, move on. And then let's look at what is at stake with us today in terms of development in our various districts. DCs, MMDCs, there's a whole lot of hula baloo. It's been something that has lived with us. I thought probably that trend or that tangent will go away, but MMDC is now and so is holding the record of delaying MMDCs. Emmanuel Wilson, DC is MMDC. Yeah, you are.
Minister, when you and you nifie no mu.
Oh, don't worry. Say my man shall say. I was so nifie, but yeah, sure. And who some any delay any. Impunctio almost a year ni common fund delayed nominally.
Well, the I think that this DC is near district chief executives, municipal chief executives appointment. So far, Nipa Bakupe na minim na meneno personal relationship. Popularly called Chief Bella or Ablekuma North constituency.
Okay.
Mamin congratulating. And then also congratulate everyone that has been appointed. Say minimum. I'm sure today they are all celebrating. And congratulate you, Omunina. Now, having said that, indeed, also established this Fourth Republic, can't the precedented or unprecedented delay in terms of appointing DCs and MCs. This government and at this time and are happening from last year December to date. I think it's about 9 months now. It hasn't happened before. Meaning whether it has any legal compelling as to whether the president and the appointing agency has a particular period that is or the year's appointment. Into that, I won't go into it, even though I think there are some MPs submitted some petition, either Shraj or the petition.
Someone to the Supreme Court.
Supreme Court, rather. Yes, that's right. And I haven't heard anything about that case. Into I wouldn't want to go into that. Into appointment day, as long as I can't see any clear boundary as to when appointment should take place, I wouldn't want to fault or dwell on the delay so much. But I also think, sir, it would have been so appropriate, knowing very well, say, the DCs and the MCs, only the reps of the president at the very local level. And in terms of development, in terms of policy implementation, in terms of driving what needs to be done, our district, our municipal, these are the heads and the key people like to say, those things. And it would have been so appropriate, say, in December, they should have been one of the first people or group of individuals to be appointed. Before this Sunday, I make an announcement. There has been instances where I have heard the then acting MCs and DCs telling people, said, to me take any firm decision because that is the directive that has come to them. Into what it meant, and they said this 9 months in development and say between it make decisions and say between it has gone waste. We have just wasted our time. We have wasted the district's focus. We've wasted the district policy implementing and all that. You're wasting. I just hope, sir, in the near future, we wouldn't delay this much. The ABM, there has been this debate as to how the MCs and DCs should be appointed. Say, yen appointed omo. Say, yen elected omo. Very, very crucial.
What's your stance?
Understand? My position has been very simple. And my position is a reflection of what majority of Ghanaians believe in. And I'm not saying based on hearsay, I'm saying based on facts. Majority of Ghanaians say MCs and DCs, we should elect them, but not on a partisan line. And I'm saying it's a fact because, so Oshe, the Constitutional Review Commission,
2010.
2010. Almost submitted on report 2011. The reports indicated clearly the position of majority of Ghanaians. And I share in that position. So, young elected DCs, young elected MCs, but not on a partisan line.
How is that feasible?
How is that not feasible? How is that not feasible?
Because Soko Assembly, they say a non-partisan.
Yes.
But here you are, you hear chairman of the MPP in Ashanti region telling them, say, Afiwe, ye Tuabano, 2016, almost about 60 to 70% of our people. As you didn't get here at Sunyani 2012, or 70% or 60% of elections, which means it will translate into elections, and lo and behold, it translated
into what it means.
Anti-partisan.
Into what
it's even there at the district
what
assembly.
It means. It is enforce the laws, but they are sleeping. If electoral commission almost district elections, so assembly elections, so almost na political parties are infiltrating, and just like you are saying, even in the public space, politicians can be bold and say, yes, sponsor away mo, and you win here. Na law ne say we are not supposed to have partisan sponsorship. Na EC cannot identify those candidates and disqualify them. Then it means there's a problem. So the problem is not the law; it is the implementation.
Okay.
And that is where the focus should be. What you say? And that is exactly what we need to do at the MCE, DCE levels. So law never out we should do it non-partisan. It is the EC's duty to enforce that law. It is the EC closing neni. na law no ekoswa you break law na you don't say the law is bad. You say the implementers no omuna they fail to do what they need to do. And for me, the reason why in here I believe is and that is the wisdom of majority of Ghanaians say we should go non-partisan. They say, look, Omanhene, so partisanship is dividing as a nation. Society beyond there's division, progress doesn't take place. It never happens. At the current Ghana, year market time. As we speak, development, year market time. Nami Bracken Okase, he doesn't understand at the current year, Finkroma Breso, all governments have been successive governments have been obeying to me any what in Nkrumah started, any other. It is all because of the partisan line we've told. Majority of it. Of course, incompetence and so comes in. But largely because of the partisan line. Look, I've been around for long in terms of national politics in this country. I've really been around for long. How MCs, DCs are scrutinized under the NDC. I have heard how MCs, DCs are scrutinized under the MPP. Process involved for shortlisting. And some are submitting names, Emma President's recommendation, and the president goes with it. Or otherwise. Mehu how it is done. So Obia beka no krachewa. Aka no krache yiti for ni ahwefo a. O ko akwa ye MCE interview. DCE interview. Panel members. Just like any interview. Ye were yardstick. If you are not okay in terms of computer proficiency, we want to place premium on it until your money 20%. In terms of this, human relation, this percent. Into your interviewer, we are cross-check, take it by
so
this.
If you fall in.
MCDC interviews, 100% this yardstick. 60%, about between 50 to 60%. They look at your commitment and contribution to the party of the day. They are not questioning your blueprint, your plan. Say, or not now, what do you intend doing for the districts? What do you intend doing for the municipal? That one is about 10 or 20%. What they are looking for, commitment, contribution to the party. And that takes about 60% of what should qualify you to be a DC or an NC.
Do you blame them? Because you say, you can't say in Ghana has said, political parties is to win political power. And in Nipana or the Oyo district executive, no. Your man mandate to see to it that they continue to win power.
And no problem, no. That is the reason why I'm saying, say, I share in the views or the position of majority. Say, you're taking away the partisan influence, no. Because DCMC, the lowest level of governance. And only the foundation of any successive country, also a country that succeeds. Minister, deputy minister, board chair, they are far off. The final decision making, the implementation of those policies are ministers, MPs, all those people do. No, and decisions are made, policies are made, fantastic policies, laws in this country, fantastic. And all that you can think of. By implementation or grassroots on more, they first look at whether Sadie, even the law muno, Samiko implement here, your next election fortunes and as a your next election fortune. And that is why you can go to a district, you can go to a municipal, and you will see people loitering. You think we don't have bylaws? You will see people putting containers at places and say some DCC. You think we don't have bylaws? MCs and DCs almost show some mobile implemented. Because as you rightly said, 60% in tier, raising in tier, and appointment is to take care of the interests of the party. And the question is, say me koklen crofo we na me the development e bahon mo say e di road e baho and as access fire service Sebi BBC crowd, haven't we heard stories? They say, look, you do horn money access. You see, you think the municipal do not see distance? You think the districts do not see distance? But hey, they are scared. Because our number one mandate for the appointments is to protect the interests of the party. And that is why, as Omanhene, it seems we are rather living a life of winning elections. Other than development.
To win the next election.
Yes, how to win the next election.
How to develop.
In Kenya, sir. In Kenya, then you elections, just this December year. Within 2, 3, 4 months, now Crawford posters are back out for 2024.
Break the 8.
Break the 8. Now back out for 2024. Including certain vice presidents. Are you getting it? The blame, is not the current party also. It is something that we have experienced right from 92. You can 92, you can both two parties are basso. And it's something that goes on until say you be detach certain key sectors from partisan influence. It will be difficult for us to move on.
Omanhene Sanfa building co-parliament for the election of the DCs.
But why? I don't know Omanhene or they co-parliament the first time. He decided to introduce partisan into it. Omanhene, doesn't he know the Constitutional Review Commission's reports? And on Kanye.
Hey, be on also idea and say, yeah, we are behaving like ostriches. There's been politics.
So you can't tell me, say, there's a law saying, say, you shouldn't steal, but because people are stealing it, and they're that is what, so if that is what you are saying, then that is the position of the Omanhene. Because truly, Constitutional Review Commission, yes, that's a report already. Majority of Ghanaians say we should go
ahead and
do the voting, but we should do it non-partisan. Why should the president take a bill to Parliament and introduce partisan into it?
All right, let me come to Honorable Jalula. Having said on this, so I didn't share on the issue. I mean, you MMDCs, Ebi Mufi say a tuabanka sa hula balu ne yempne shit ni ade no katwetwa.
Thank you. I said, my main concern is DC between 2017 to 2021. And, you know, I know a little
DC.
Yes.
Our Pro.
West.
What did you ever see me? I never knew.
We'll see much.
I never knew.
Yes, me started as DC for Pro, the larger Pro. Na ye East ni na boom.
Okay.
Under one district, Echre and an Omanhene na Nado, Eche Moa, Yenya West, na ye Pro. So, I mean, we see omo munya renomination, no, and omo anya nomination for the first time, no. Good luck on their new assignment. And Madame Fufua, omo anti me anya renomination, no. I wish them better luck next time. Na Maakye, it's always difficult to make choices. And Omanhene decided we needed to change the mode of selection of MMDCs. Because Usha said we need to bring in some accountability of MMDCs to the local people. As it stands now, Ebimo are accountable to Omanhene at the top and other forces who might have spoken for them to get the nomination or the appointment. So enunti ena Omanhene ye ne say e was say yen elected ye MMDCs so that so omoba as representatives of the central government, they are also engineers of the local economy. Na se nipa ba na se want me and perform here. Then at the end of their tenure, then you can decide whether to renew their mandate or to say bye-bye to them. But unfortunately, Mate, in the beginning, there was consensus at committee level. Say, no partisan. And let me say, throughout the world, including our neighbors, African country, West Africa, sub-region, all mayors and MMDCs are based on partisan politics. The party will sponsor them with their own manifesto about how they want to develop the towns and communities. Then you look at their manifesto, then you vote for them. That's all more bad. Then they try to implement their local manifestos. And Osha, London, New York, based on partisan politics. So you can have a mayor who is in the opposition, but ruling a big town like New York or London. That is what informed the decision to make it partisan. And in the beginning, we had consensus. But at the end of the day, local politics, ebe mo fi say ye ade we call referendum. Na say ebe mo party B will use it as credit
for
elections. That is the basis for what happened. But Mejidi say Mampenyin will return this bill again to the people of Ghana to decide. I mean, like to make it a firm decision. But my Kasano can say majority. On what basis? Na majority. I say majority decision at the Constitutional Commission, isn't it?
Yes. So it should be non-partisan.
It should be non-partisan. I wonder, the best way is to go to the referendum. Okay, and that is why I would impress upon Omanhene Nana Akufo-Addo to return this bill to the people of Ghana. Let us decide whether we like it partisan or non-partisan. That is the basis. That's the best way to go about this thing. And I make a way so na omo anya nomination no. It's painful. It's very, very painful because meaning Madame for phobia almost sacrifice power just to work for the state and now more municipalities and districts. But in the end, they didn't get the renomination. But I know it's painful, and I will encourage them to be strong and almost supporters. No? Yes.
They are serving. They be able to complain. Is a nyasam getwa. Nti nyawan penny say you are home.
Painful. Painful because I'm funny say you are appointed as a mayor of Kumasi. You went there, things are not well. You are sacrificing to. Then people are not even seeing the sacrifices that you are making, because everybody feels that position is very good, and you are amassing wealth for yourself. Meanwhile, there is virtually nothing in it, and even whatever you get, you invest into the whatever.
You don't see it like that.
You see, but that is how it is. Until somebody ascends that position, you might. Yes, me. I normally that be a example. I mean, can't say. You know where I was working? I was working as a director of NHI, and it was far, far better than when I became a DC. But I went there, sacrificed, because I had an ambition or a goal. So, but somebody was doing all these things, thinking that he will be returned again, so that actually, no, so. For elective position,
okay,
it didn't work out that way, because we all know, say, bylaw be says, say, MMDC, baby, MPP, sitting MP, you are not qualified to run for primaries. You get it? So what has happened is very painful to some people.
I am told you are even thinking of CEOs also not giving that nod, because a lot of the CEOs go to certain MPs. And see, this time around, they are looking at it and says, also,
that is true.
CEO now, person contest, you will let you resign. Now, one penny appoint you for no pray.
That I think Ebeboa. So me kawe na ma show mo nyina crying say for chairman me twi no.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Why are dear pa?
They should all respect the opinion of the president. Okay, because dinimanontina now pese yenye no elective position. Massa, and if you call every district, we have so many interest groups. It be a religion, it be a traditional, it be a even political contribution. No be a sabi it be a nipano only the requisite educational qualification, but nipano abua party no or being so qualification. Which of them should the president consider? You get it? And now call some districts are so many interest groups say ebi nso agenda nti no mesre say these positions are just for a short while, at least maximum 3 years, 3 months. Now yasa drew baby pempenso a ebesa either renominate them or change them. So say one year now, don't be so discouraged. Continue to do the good jobs that you've been doing every day to help the president and the party and your community. Now, remember say yen chusu MMDC. Yes.
All right. A quick one. Come done me huamba.
Quick one. Na me say ampa Constitutional Review Commission for a report. Omon had a conversation with majority of Ghanaians. It's a report that came. The truth is, Omo reports cannot be implemented until it goes through a referendum. That's right. That is the fact. Inti say president, say you consider any portion of the Constitutional Review Commission's reports now. On bill in Parliament, just as it is contained in the report. Your problem is the very moment I introduce partisans into things, as we said, we are looking at the next election and not competence. Until we throw away competence, then we rather go in for people we like. We are popular. When we are party name, when I say, me braka say, can sacrifice, but they be jokingly make us mo almost say adi bibi enim. You can't say what in so.
No, I don't accept.
I don't understand. We should do that. Let's go back to the Constitutional Review Commission's report
and ask.
Yanfa bill and call back to Parliament. Nienka say we want to go for a referendum, but the referendum they said MMDCs, DCs, they should be elected on a non-partisan way.
All right. Give me a minute, I will be with you. You're done your one for Jedi and Krato Abba. Yaba, na Yakavia, so Yaba Sudia. I was on a pet date, Emma, Deputy Road Minister, near Car Quine Wassam. And then because of winner banning to 90, I would personally have a day with you here now. Yanka Quine Wassam because a quine day will be a chance say, yeah, Kawasam, yeah, for Sota. And I know you're quite from one, and maybe stay with that.
Ne bana wo ne yere na wo akwara no enhu ni papa da enhu ne da. And do you think family no and sa akwara na ye wo will take things or not dream and as he's thinking ebe to say me no one na ya sori didi na na do dan kwa kufu ado president nti e wo edwuma nti e ko edwuma na dream say na obedwe na te say wo say na wo obedwe no. It will not be the same. So there are problems. 2020 elections, no. Nse mo hu bebre, obi anka. Okoka. Yes, no court to man for evidence ango. How can you give evidence in a vacuum? Nipa anka obed buama evidence na ye di aba no. Ghana for obi hu no. Court no deny say on ko box ni my yam for den kasa. It happened. This is an institution. If for nothing at all, me kai atugo ba breso. And the good people of Ghana, the opportunity to hear say
is it the court that denied, or probably as the defense lawyers put it, say he has given his written statement to that effect, and the court by unanimous decision decided say it is in law as what they brought and our court no so who say the Omaya no from so be anyone. So why would you say Oma deny or a court?
Emra
deny.
Emra said John any hoops in Adoye in 2013. MPP walk court no. Yache woman for contempt of court. No my boni.
Yep.
Then in a court no jail.
I think Aiko too pleaded on their behalf.
And then to ensure sanity now and so the court uses conscience.
That is true.
Adamwa. In the same vein, I was expecting the court to ensure fairness. Who say, okay, NDC woman need credence biya. Yeah, mama, me no quite say we no more pay. It is not that the NDC woman who call party case no and raise issues. It is not that they didn't raise issue. One more demand you say, mama mama no. Yene nenkasa on bedina box from them we raise issues. I hope you get what I'm saying.
I get you.
They raised it. I didn't think I block you home. Are they? I didn't think I block you home. So these are the issues. I mean, they are fundamental into way mono will prick the conscience of many. So in America now, we must start a bisom in some. Which is natural, which rightfully so say will be Pierre or Jane or so start to be some questions. Say, dear baby, I could send you no messy corner, a yarn send. So in America. So these are the fundamental issues. If nobody has seen it, if no beer so angry those issues are, then we continue to move.
That does.
But if it explodes, everybody is responsible. Everybody is responsible. The media. The opportunity to speak the truth. Na yanka. So in America, as politicians, because manye juma na obi kana se mabesi bibi ankoso na ye toaso na ye ko. And most importantly, me in all this discussion, near one more kase and the mama go find a mambra, nani a kika hunu. And then one says, so these people they don't even understand the import of the matter. Send your beya, you bet me a swan. Now send your all
comment do or die affair. No, I also say MDC should persist. Now I'm penny my NCC woman. Everyone has taken it with a pinch of salt. Say do or die, no. Giving all manner of interpretation coming from the former president. No, if we said that's the right word to use, some say you should have used the word like NDC should be vigilant and see to it say not a single thing will pass them other than do or die.
Well, that's choice of words. A will be any prerogative. So in America, just like it's your mom, that's a. Lecturers at our polytechnic at our technical university.
That's right.
Post strike. Say omo pezika. Na finance minister be general munim. Na wakacho omo say omo nchen bibi asika na omo pen. Onko fambre om. Na onko fambre om. Na wasore ko. Choice of words or no pe. That is what he wanted. Obi kan hu bibi. It is not teachers in Ankasa na eko soroba say this is the answer we were giving, so we will not go to class. Obi kan bibi. Why is everybody quiet in this country when it's MPP? Why?
Is that the trend?
Well, I've given you several examples. I've given you several examples in this 5 minutes discourse.
Ghanaians are quiet when it comes to NDC.
And I'm missing my mouth. Several examples.
And when NDC is in power, there are voices.
Me say Emrea na nkofo kasa nyansa fue mu ohe. Enye obi keke na na kasa asem no. Uri nipa na o ka nyansa fue mu ohe. E o mo beje o man.
We've given a lot of advices to them. Deputy Road Minister, now me kase o say me nya brema. A quick one, in just 2 minutes. Akwan wo Ghana to say.
Enye.
Yes,
because we share kwanya ye pa o Ghana. Me jidi say just about 41%. The akano na nyina enye. E be a very poor. Yes. E be a very poor and e be a fairly poor. So not just say we have a lot of work to do in the road sector. And now my main say Ankaman community of roads are na me name say a kwan hu here sir. Osha tamana ye politics and ye campaign. Obedru grobi so no matro, no road, no votes. Afina Matias. Yes, because all across the country, in the big cities, in the rural areas, will be a young queen. And we have a long way to go. And nunti enanansaya mekwa kasa our baby. So we need to look at the new funding for road sector because the rate are ye kono. A bembi eni ho obetimi aba obetimi aye Ghana kwa ni nyina amaye to the level that we expect them to do.
Now, see into toll, but 5 cities going on.
Yeah, toll no crown, no sure. The toll accounts for just about 3% of Sikana road fund. Yes, 3%. That's yes, about 3%. Majority of the money, yes. Majority of the money now, yeah, for the road fund, no. Every fuel levy, I charge at the fuel pumps, and 48 pesos.
And I know soon I used to send a petrol boy and petrol.
There be a meka a quencha day fair, Sikane. So why don't we psych ourselves up? Then say, okay, we will do this, get more funding to the kitty, then our roads will be better. Because Obia Frinifia, Ope Quempa, and our good road, as Stepeso, now a Kobebi or Kobiano. So Obe ko Jomwa, Obe ko a former, you expect to get good roads to bring your produce back to the market and sell. Nina Yesika. But Nesabi, road toll now the 3% per number road fund mono. Yes, so say, ye ma or mine a bang and increase and to and cost more than 50 pesos. The whole of the sub region. Omunina charge close to $1. Our the baganas come out by 6 cedis. By 50 pesos. Meanwhile, we want to have good roads like we have in Abrochre. Meanwhile, even in the sub-region, we are not doing as much as they are doing in terms of road tolls. So, Obisamia, the Americans say we are working. We are 2020. I'm paying a year to year of roads. We did so much. 2021 second year of roads. Now, me say at the end of the day, you know, you be quite him, but it will not be so much as Ghanaians expect us to be able to deliver.
I mean, Frank, finally,
year of road. In fact, year of road need me who just about a month or two to the general elections. The elections now mean year of road be happy. These are things that we should be looking out for. And pursue development. Let's focus on development and not just because we want to win votes. Because after election and you go to sleep, it doesn't work that way. Okay. Now, I'm also happy, sir, you indicated, sir, and I will admit it, sir, the road system in this country, you know,
very poor,
very bad and very poor. It's an honest one, and I want to commend you for that. But Kasanana, it sounded like you were trying to chip in increment of tolls.
Yeah,
you see,
now, Ghana, MY.
Let me tell you something.
Oh, my time is up.
Let me tell you something.
In a minute. In a minute.
But the truth of the matter is that look, you don't have to overburden the taxpayer. Yeah. You need prudent management. What's the amount of money that goes to waste based on corruption in this country?
You don't need to add anything.
Can you imagine? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Let's do prudent measures.
Look, I feel in your coin. Tobu to be one. Meaning, say what fast honorable. Me do beka kofa one day. Oh, you're nice man. Me we will take a weekend out. Just the toll booth. Uche sikeri ya ucha toll booth now you are getting into a pothole.
Okay. Honorable Wako Henry.
Can you imagine?
Emmanuel Wilson, the former communication director, PNC, and then Honorable Stephen Jalila, Deputy Road Minister, Highways and Minister for Member of Parliament for Pru, and also former MC for Pru. This one, it eluded me.
Well, my love to my family members. They're all watching me.
Okay.
My urine, my kids.
Okay.
They are taking pictures and sending it to our
family. Okay, now you didn't know why.
Sheila. Anna, my
Sheila for those.
I love all of them.
Sheila Bear.
I love all of them. Sheila Battles.
The wife, you member of Parliament for Ablekuma North. I was your friend, you will see I don't want to see.
What the man come about there, and said, Yenis, I was so, and he journey at the room. I feel when you be here, see us anymore. A bassa while you're